Hello guys, and yeah, obviously it's been a while since I've given you an update on the Pokemon Journeys and Rewrite, so I'm going to give you guys obviously I'm going to show you guys some teams. I haven't actually done that yet, and basically, pretty much, I have 100 synopses done out of 144, plus I got MPM, which I'll show you that as well. Actually, I'll show you all those titles as well. And yeah, so let's just talk about the main characters. So you also have my OC Cam, you have Ash, and you have Go. And I actually did not show you the team yet. So we're gonna start with Ash's team, which Ash's team is, so this is what we got: Pikachu, Dragonite, Gengar, Lucario, Surfetch, Dracovish, Bertic, Urshifu, and Latias. Okay, so I'll explain each member. So Pikachu, obvious. Dragonite, it was really cool to see Ash catch the Gen 1 pseudo, and obviously that moment broke the internet, so I decided to keep it. Gengar, because, well, Gengar's actually one of the Pokemon in Sword and Shield that actually got a unique Gigantamax form. Then you have Rillaboom, which obviously I mentioned many times in the past that I wanted Ash to get Galarian, Starlight, and Grookey fits Ash the most because Ash had a lot of monkey Pokemon in the past, like Ambipom, Apom, and Infernape. And yeah, Artisan Leon's, he could definitely make that work. Lucario, that's obvious. Surfetch, amazing. That thing was actually amazing, wanted to keep it with Ash. Then Dracovish, again, really good, and it was actually a really unique Pokemon, so I wanted to keep it. Bertic, I actually wanted to give Ash Bertic, because I saw him have it out in the episode, in that episode, I was like, yeah, you know what, I it could really work, because Ash doesn't really have many ice types, so I feel like this could be a really cool one, and also it gives him some Uniball representation on his team. Then you have Urshifu, which, yeah, obviously a lot of people wanted Ash get Urshifu in the past, so obviously it was quite unlikely because of him obviously having two fighting types already. Well, I decided, you know what, I'll just give him Urshifu because he all wanted him to have it. And then Latias, Latias capture will not happen until MPM. So yeah, it's not for named nice journeys, it's just for MPM, and it's the movie 5 Latias. So yeah, so in terms of Cam's team, he has Eevee, Inteleon, Tyranitar, Alakazam, Volcarona, Dracozolt, Corviknight, Duramaton, Toxtricity, and Articuno. So I'll start with name 6. Eevee's Cam's day 1 partner, Inteleon. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to give Ash, Cam, and Go all at least one of the Galar side each. And then Inteleon was and obviously as well, obviously has gone as a pad with the starters. And I wanted to keep that pan up, so yeah, he has Inteleon. Tyranitar, obviously, and as well, if you notice, I kind of wanted to mirror Ash's team a bit. So yeah, I have Tyranitar to be Dragonite's count, right, and then you have Alakazam. Mostly will always have a psychic Pokemon because there's obviously he actually has psychic powers and all that, but so explain that more when we get into the episodes. Johnny Volcarona, that's actually going to be from the, so you know the Project Me mission where Go had to go and get a golden scale of a Volcarona? Yeah, that's one, so yeah, that's welcome from that. Drake is really good. I wanted to give Cam a really cool fossil from Galar, and I thought Drake would fit the best out of all of them. Then you have Corviknight. I wanted someone to have the regional bird. I thought, you know what, I'll give Cam it since he doesn't really have a flying type. Galarian Manatonic as well. I wanted to give Ash, Go, and Cam all the Galarian form each. Then you have Toxtricity. It was the one that you wanted Ash to have, obviously, since he has Pikachu, he was never going to get it, so I thought, you know what, maybe he'll get that. Then Articuno, that's actually the one from the raid battle, so yeah. The raid battle actually works in this one version, I'll obviously talk that more. And then for Go, okay, so let me explain with Go. Go catches more than this amount. Obviously, he's going to catch way more. But this is the main team, which is Cinderace, Inteleon, Torterra, Scizor, Raichu, and Mr. Rhyme. So Cinderace is obvious, day 1 partner, his first Pokemon. Inteleon, in Telegram, I really did like with Go, but obviously if I gave Go his own, then Cam wouldn't get one, so I thought, you know what, I'll give Cam one at the start, and then I'll give Go his when he gets in the original Torterra, because I wanted to have, because in Journeys, if you notice, when we had the Sinnoh arc, you have Piplup and Infernature, but no one was Torterra, so I thought, you know what, I'll give Go the other Sinnoh starter, just so we can show it off. Sizzle, because Sizzle actually want to go strongest, but also it's also a throwback to where basically in the games you can use full swipe to help you catch Pokemon easier. So I thought that would be a cool reference. Raichu, because I wanted, no one in the cast has ever used a Raichu, so I thought, you know what, I'll have Go use it. And obviously Mr. Rhyme, I wanted to go a glaring form, and I thought that this would be pretty cool because it could be a counterpart to Mimey. And now obviously we ain't done yet, because we made Team Rocket's team, and I made Team Rocket a lot more competent. I'm actually gonna have them be a really big threat, like because obviously in Journeys, they kind of made Team Rocket a joke. Because all they did was just have the gacha. So I thought I'm gonna have them catch more, so I wasn't gonna bring out older ones. I'm actually gonna Team Rocket actually wipe out Ash probably a few times at least. Because that's because I wanted to make them a lot more stronger and competent. So I'll show you what I did for Team Rocket. So for James, I brought over Marini. So what I decided was just again, I thought I'll bring over their line of ones. Then for James, I have him catch Cramorant, Vulpeko Steel, and Weezing. Cramorant, because bro, that Pokemon is so funny, and you get so many funny scenes where like when Team Rocket try to catch Pikachu, like Pikachu gets stuck in Cramorant's mouth, and then obviously Vulpeko, it didn't do much, but I'll make it do more. And then Glare and Weezing, I actually wanted to change that Glare and Weezing because it would actually be a throwback to to his original Weezing, the one that was, released. And then for James's two other ones, obviously, two get more than 6, but these are what I think the main one's going to be. A Carnivine Carnivine is actually really good, and also I love the gag where it bites on James' head. And then Mime Jr., that thing's so adorable, but also it could work as a really good distraction for Team Rocket. And now for Jessie, Jessie are made really strong, like James. Mimikyu's coming back, so yeah, Pikachu's not gonna have a fun time, because obviously, if you remember how Mimikyu was in the Sun and Moon series, then yeah, Wobbuffet's gonna be an absolute threat, because it's just gonna mirror coat like this everything. Then for Jessie to Galamon, I gave a Poltergeist and Sandaconda. Poltergeist I thought of a really funny scenario where she thinks it's actual tea, and she just drink it, but before it attacks her, she catches it. And then for Sandaconda, I wanted to give Team Rocket a ground type, so they could actually do something to Pikachu for once. And I thought Sandaconda, I feel like Sandaconda would fit Team Rocket. I don't know why, but I see it. And then for Jessie's other two, she has Survivor and Gorgeist. Survivor's actually really good. And then Gorgeist, do you remember how obsessed she got with Diane as well? I feel like her having hers on hand is really going to be a cool idea. And then I decided to do Gary's team as well, because obviously Gary's quite a big part of Project New, and I thought, you know what, let's do Gary's. And then for Gary, I did Blastoise, Arcanine, Electivire, Umbreon, Flagful, and Glaring Rapidash to up. So obviously Blastoise, Arcanine, Electivire, Umbreon, don't really need explaining. Flapple, because as you know, Gary can research it, and Flapple and Applin evolves into either Flapple or Apple time, depending on what I need to give. So it'd be a really good Pokemon for research. And then Glaring Rapidash, obviously it's a form change. Obviously it's a regional form, so and obviously that will be and that will be something that Gary would want to look into. So yeah, I thought give him a Galarian form and give him a Pokemon that evolves, that has unique evolutions. Now obviously I'm going to talk about the episode, guys. So obviously, guys, before I talk about obviously all the synopsis, I actually want to quickly talk about the MPM episodes. As you can see, I've actually wrote down. There's going to be 25 in total. Yeah, 25 in total. And I'll start from the top. So the first episode will be, and we're looking at the same room. So obviously the same as the original. But the thing is, different is that what I've done is that I'll tell you what I did. So for the first 8 episodes, I wanted to do 1 episode in each region each. So obviously the first one, and that first one as well makes so much sense for the beginning to me. And obviously for that episode, Ash will be using the Kanto team. For episode 2, the Legend of Ultimate. If you don't know what Ultimate is, that's a place for movie 5 where Latios obviously, you know, like that's all silly, and yeah, that'll be where Ash catches Latios. Episode 3, The Search for Bennett. So the same as the original. Literally, I'm not going to change it because that episode was really good. Yeah, Battle at the Sinnoh Frontier. Ash never battled the Sinnoh Battle Frontier, and also Ash needed some redemption against Torterra needed some redemption against Palmer. So what I do is I actually wanted to have Ash battle Palmer again and do a 2v2 with like Torterra and Latias versus I think one of his legendaries and Valkyria. And then Trouble in Castilia City, that's just going to be a filler episode. I couldn't think of anything for the universe as for a filler. Slime Reunion, it's to do with Gudra. Party and Loner, again, the stats going to be like pretty much celebrate Ash's win. And then a World Champion Exhibition, obviously, that's going to be an exhibition fight that Ash has to do as the World Champion. Then you have Ash, Team Rocket strikes back with on Twitch and Nito Radical, they didn't know in order. And obviously, exact same as yesterday, that was really good. But obviously, Team Rocket won this battle because if you've got to see, I'm working on, I've got Team Rocket arc laid down. And obviously, Ash and Latios, whatever that is, that'll be the same. Family Butterfree, this is mainly revolving around Ash's Butterfree. We had a really nice episode of Ash's Butterfree and how it got a family and basically needs some help to defend it. Try the Next Generation. This will foreshadow Roy. Yeah, I'll actually have Roy be foreshadowed and basically him and Cam become good friends before he becomes a trainer. Which obviously that will link into one of Cam's final episodes. Then you have Revenge at the Lily and the Battle Made for Legends. That is the Tobias rematch. I wanted to do one big epic fight rematch, and I thought, fuck it, Tobias is perfect. Let's do Tobias and get Ash that win he deserved. And then you have Cam's next goal, which obviously that'll talk about what Cam's future is, because he doesn't actually leave. Ash goes for Cam don't. He goes to Gen 9. And then you have the Team Rocket 4-part. Team Rocket's ultimate plan. Teaming up with the enemy. Battling the boss within. Rocket Gang farewell. Team Rocket ultimate plan. That'll pretty much be not Jesse and James, but the entirety of Team Rocket. Team on the enemy, pretty much Jesse and James decide to leave Team Rocket and team up with Ash and Cam to take down the organisation. Battling the boss within, that'll pretty much be Cam and Ash versus Giovanni. And then Rocket Gang farewell, that'll be pretty much Team Rocket's goodbye. I'll probably have a cameo in the Rainbow and the Pokémon Master, but that's it. And then you have Party at Planet Town on that, and that party is pretty much to celebrate the disbanding of Team Rocket. Then you have Battle at the Interstate Stadium and Best Bodies Collide, and then those episodes actually is going to be Ash's final battle in Journeys. As the next episode, Best in Departure, yeah, that is Ash and Cam's farewell. They're going to depart from each other, and they've been together for all their travels. So that's going to be a really hot, big episode. And then obviously with the Pokémon Master, that'll be Ash's finale, and obviously Cam's next adventure waits. That'll pretty much be like a 6-month time jump. And basically, yeah, Cam and Roy get on a plane or get on a blimp or something, and they head over to the Paldea region. and then that would lead straight into Gen 9 with Lico. So yeah, that's it for what MPM is. Now for the 100 episodes, guys. So guys, obviously, I'm not going to read all of these out. You can pause the video if you want to, but I'll read out the Pokémon ones. So this top one, episode 2. That one's quite a bit. That one basically is going to talk about, like, that's going to be what convinces Ash and Cam to go on the next adventure. Which obviously, if you're wondering about what TV is, that's Leon. I wanted to, show Leon a bit earlier. Then you have the series Grookey. That'll be the episode where Ash catches Grookey, and that will be the episode where Team Rocket catches some of their Galarian Pokemon. Obviously, Leon with his Lance are kept, because that was really good. Arduino best. Catch my way back to Mew. Advice, yeah, okay, so Project Mew in mine comes right from the start. Because I think the issue was with Project Mew was that it was introduced far too late. So I decided. So I decided that I would do Project Mew pretty much from the beginning. And then you have obviously Dragonite, and then Team Rocket Radio Show. I love that effort. I really love that effort, and I wanted to do it quite early on. Then obviously the first Project Mew mission, and it'll be an interview. But also, yeah, as you can see, the chasers will run into some trouble with a Pokemon, which go helps fight, and even though it can't do much, that'll be what gets me to Project Mew. And then obviously you have Gengar's capture, you have the Viscous battle, and then you have another go mission. Yeah, I want to do a few more in. This will be a teamwork mission where the Project Mew team have to try and quell and defeat a Gigantamax Corviknight. And then this is the very first one, really slow one. I pretty much have put in every single Galar gym leader at least once this series. Because the issue was that with Jones, like they didn't introduce any Galar gym leaders, or barely introduced any Galar classes in general. So yeah, I have Milo for episode 21, and that'll be a normal class battle with Dragonite and Grookey versus Flagpool and Eldegoss. Then also you have Leon versus Raihan. Then you had the Flute Cup. I wanted to make that a little bit different. I wanted to make that pretty much like a mini tournament for the normal class. Then your Goodbye Friend, Past and Present. Then I actually split up the Karina return. I split it into two parts. So you had the first part where you had to go see Ash taking a lot of the battles. And then the second part, 3v3 against Karina. Then your Stubbled episode, leading towards Dream. As with Misty, so yeah, I covered a lot of the older, pretty much all the old MPM episodes into the rewrite. And then obviously we have, yeah, then I've done these two episodes here, which will be two things that people wanted to see, which was how Iris became the end of a champion, but also an exhibition between like a finished exhibition between Caitlyn and Cynthia. So why not? Caitlyn's actually, yeah, and this is a masterclass battle. Then you have, yeah, so what I did was I did something really smart. So after the B-Loss, I decided to put the alert episode right after it and have a Lola link to get us back to normal, because to me that makes so much sense, because since obviously Ash is the champion of the Alola region. So yeah, that's a two-parter. Then you have Flygon, and then you have the BME match. So yeah, pretty much I wanted to link up everything. Then you got the Pikachu episode, Ray Battle, Trials Gone Scale, like I mentioned, Forest Witch, which obviously that's Brock and Silence Return episode. One Stick Wonder, and now we have Grookey evolves. Take the up into that, and now become battle. Now, what I did is this is the really smart thing. So there was absolute no need of Darkest Day. So what I did was that in SFS when Leon fights Flynn, I decided to do some. I wanted to have a few scenes with Chairman Rose. We need to set up the Darkest Day, and then obviously that happens right afterwards for the next 4 episodes. In the Battle for Your Dreams, and then I actually wanted to have Ash rematch Witchy, which I do that, and obviously as well, I didn't mention this, but yeah, Ash remix and matching between his older Pokemon and his newer Pokemon. So yeah, for the Witchy battle, I brought back Charizard. Since it was Charizard who kind of ruined actually Charizard winning the Camera League, so I feel like that's a chance for him to redeem himself. Then you have Absolute episode. Then you have the 3 connectors still happening. Get mad. But obviously I wanted to get it a little bit later on. So yeah, Surfex, and then a 3-part Other Armor arc. Like I said, they touched nothing of that. So yeah, I did a 3-part Other Armor arc, and I actually linked that into Gengar's development, but it also gave Pikachu some Gigantamax development too. Then I had the Marnie fight here. So yeah, I decided that the Marnie fight Grateful class, and it didn't. Because I know for me, a lot of people that it didn't feel like an Ultra class fight. So I decided that I would make it a Grateful class fight. And obviously Leon's episode will link right into that. Then the Beartix episode, the mission, and again another 2-parter with the Crown Tundra, which in part 1 I actually have the Galarian Birds debut, because obviously we never saw them, and then obviously part 2 is the other kind of raid battle, and then for the Iris episode, I wanted to do a training episode beforehand, so I decided that I would bring that Claire, because I feel like she's the perfect one to get us in training, because obviously, if you know, in the anime, Claire trained Iris for a bit, so yeah, that makes sense. And then obviously, this is the most exciting. Yeah, Phantom Air is Pidgeot's return episode, which obviously Journey's never brought back Pidgeot, but I decided I'm going to. And then obviously next, another big arc, the Wallace Cup arc, 4-part. You have the introduction part. Then you obviously have the coordinators, and then you have Dawn v Zoe. Yeah, I actually wanted to put that in here because I wanted to have Dawn have a chance to redeem herself, and then maybe between her. I thought it'd be interesting to have some Ash's companion, battle each other. Then you have obviously the boxer fight. I kept that fight basically the exact same. The only difference is that Gengar has like 2 new moves. Then you have Drizzle, and then you have obviously Squirtle episode. Then this is actually a really smart thing. So obviously with the Bia fight, we never saw how Ash and Lucario met to master Mega Evolution. So what I decided is that in between episode 81 and 83, I'd do an episode on that, and I thought, you know what, I'll just use Greninja for that episode. Okay, well, actually, I didn't mention this, but B actually is a kind of a new team. So basically, instead of Halucha, I gave her a Surfetched. And the reason did that was because I kind of wanted it to be a rival to Ash's Surfetched. And, yeah, also, I completely fixed up the final battle. The final battle, as you guys know, absolute fucking mess. The final battle is absolutely a mess. So I decided I need to do some big fixes, and I think I fixed it good enough to where it's not ridiculous, but it makes sense. Then obviously Lapis' episode. So gave the warp. Now this part here whereas as Cam falls into a dimensional rift. Basically, between the events of during the events between episode 87 and 88, basically, there's basically going to be a mini Legend Arceus arc where basically Cam's stuck in Hisui, and basically, you know, Team Galactic's all going to return, etc., but in the end, Cam gets back to the present. There's basically a little mini Legend Arceus arc between obviously I haven't worked on that yet, but I want to get these main focuses done, and then I can work on any little arcs. Then obviously I have Project Mew, so I can't really like after the same, but now this was the biggest complaint I know from Project Mew, where they teased with the Gigas, and did nothing with it. So what I did was, all I decided was that I was gonna do a Reggie Gigas raid battle for a second part. So yeah, so basically it's 2-part Reggie Gigas raid battle for the second part, which honestly I think that makes I'm gonna feel happy. Then you actually have a Winden tournament. I made a little Winden battle tournament. So you have the opening episode, Ash vs Nessa, Cam vs Kabu. Then you have a glaring clash between Alison Piers and Gordy and Melanie. So yeah, so basically at that point, every single Galar gym leader has been introduced. I have introduced every single Galar gym leader in the rewrite, which is something I think everyone's going to be happy about. Then you have Cam vs Gordy and Ash vs Piers, and then now these next 2 parts are really amazing, of some of my favourites. You have a 2-part battle in Winden between Ash and Cam, 6v6. Yeah, 2 parts 6v6, and it's going to be kind of like the Kalos League. 6v6 against Sawyer and Alan. That's how good they're going to be. For a 2-parter. Then obviously I have Conquer, Tower Doctors, and then this. So basically that links to Cup 3 Evolution, and then you have the Drasna fight and all that. So yeah, that is how much at the moment. What is left to do? I've got the next 3 episodes are the finale of Project Mew. Then after that I've got the Raihan fight, a few other episodes, and then the rest is pretty much just the Master 8. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this massive update, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys in the next video.